Alright, just to show you what's going on here. So what we're doing here is we're going to paint this little table here. It's in rough shape. We're going to sand it down. So we picked up some sandpaper here, some multi-purpose sandpaper, and it's gritty enough that it's going to be able to hopefully take the finish off here, get it down to the bare wood. And then we picked up this blue paint from the hardware store. Now the thing is with the Wii U, this blue they didn't have. So the blue on the sleeve is actually different than the case. So the blue on the case is more in line with this blue here. But I think this blue would make more sense because it doesn't clash as much. You know, maybe someday if I put this somewhere else or I go to sell it, it might be harder to sell it when it's that bright aqua versus the sort of a neutral, sedated tone, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, excited to get this project started, absolutely. Yeah, so you guys missed all the fun. I dropped the fucking can of paint on the ground, and I lost half a can of paint, for fuck's sakes. Anyways, so what we did here is we sanded down the table as best as we could with the time we have available. You know, there's quite a bit of varnish and a bit of paint that was on the table, so the idea was to sand it down just to sort of roughen it up so the paint will hopefully stick better. Again, I'm pretty pissed off about that. And yeah, so what we'll do now is we're gonna actually take a wet cloth and wipe this down and get all the particles off from sanding. See, I've been sanding, you can see it there. And then we'll start painting, and hopefully we'll have enough fucking paint. Good lord. Alright, so we've wiped it off. So we're gonna start painting here. Mountains Blue is the color. You can see how much paint I've lost right there. And then, bit of a side note, we're gonna take some sandpaper and we're gonna sandpaper the concrete until we get most of that paint off. Just an initial coat here. I'm gonna let it dry and then put another coat on. Hopefully I don't run out of paint. As you can see here, about 3 or 4 coats later, the paint isn't sticking like I'd want it to. So we're gonna let it dry and we're gonna give it a few more coats. If I can't get it to stick, I may have to do sort of a distressed look where I'll take some sandpaper and blend it in. I don't necessarily want to do that, but the paint's just not sticking the way that I want it to. And there's primer in the paint. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but as you can see, it looks good from far, but it's far from good. Yeah, so she turned out real well. I didn't have to give it the distressed look. A couple more coats of the Mountains Blue paint from Canadian Tire, and it turned out really well. So as you can see, you know, at least in my opinion, you know, it gives the room a bit of pop, and it's as close as I could get to, again, not the sleeve aqua, but the case. And yeah, you know, it really ties the room together. And just wanted to sort of put this video out there to show you that you don't have to be high rolling, spending big bucks to get creative in the games room. If you're creating a games room, you can get an old piece of furniture like I did. In this case, it was an old side table. And again, it gives me a little bit of motivation to play my Wii U. And I really like how I was able to tuck the power brick in up here and it's not lying on the ground. If I really want to get creative, I could probably get a piece of wood cut that maybe fits right over here to hide it. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I'm really happy with the results. I think it looks really good. And yeah, I'm really happy. It makes me want to play the Wii U more because, again, I wasn't playing it, but I realized it wasn't because I didn't want to play it. It's because I didn't have it hooked up and I didn't have a TV to play it on. And yeah, this makes me want to play. This makes me happy. This is why I have a games room, to have fun like this. You know, shoestring budget. And yeah, let me know if you guys like how this turned out. Let me know if you don't. Anyways, I know this type of video is not for everybody, you know, arts and crafts, so to speak. But I just wanted to sort of highlight this. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.